I talked to former Vice President Mike Pence earlier today about Silicon Valley Bank and former President Trump. Please take a listen. Joining me now is former Vice President Mike Pence, founder of Advancing American Freedom, author of the great book, So Help Me God. And in a recent op-ed piece in the Daily Mail, tough piece, he writes, Biden is forcing U.S. taxpayers to pay for a bailout, but the bad actors must bear the brunt of their bad decisions. Mr. Vice President Pence, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Larry. Great to be on, and great to join you from New Hampshire today.
New Hampshire, okay. I'm not going to ask what you're doing up there. I'm sure it's just a skiing vacation, right? Yes, sir.
It's beautiful this time of year.
It is. It's lovely this time of year. So I take it you didn't think much of this Silicon Valley Bank rescue mission or bailout mission.
Well, Larry, as you know, back in 2008, I was one of the members of Congress that strongly opposed the Wall Street bailout, $800 billion going to the big investment banks on Wall Street. And I oppose this bailout as well. I mean, I don't know why banks in Indiana or here in New Hampshire have to pay higher fees because of the bad decisions of a couple of banks, one in New York and one on the West Coast. And you know, it's clear what's happening here is a combination of the failed policies of the Biden administration that's, you know, essentially resulted in record inflation, high energy prices, and a crisis at our border. But also, frankly, to see SVB being one of the leading banks advancing the liberal agenda of environmental, social, and governance in their policies. Look, I think the people that make these investment decisions ought to be responsible for those investment decisions. That, as you know better than almost any other American, that's how the marketplace works. And when you start bailing out financial institutions because they're too big to fail, you pretty much are setting yourself up to say that there are some financial institutions that are too small to care about. So I'm a market guy. I think we ought to have people accept the consequences of their decision. And it's one of the ways we drive this liberal ESG agenda out of investment decisions in banks and in businesses around the country.
So let me just ask you, in terms of a possible solution.
But Larry, isn't it true? Wouldn't you say that at the core of this, and I don't want to create alarmism because, frankly, the banks in Indiana, the banks across this country, regional banks that are looking after their account holders, looking after their shareholders, are doing fine. I know Janet Yellen testified today. These are a couple of two-off deals. But look, at the end of the day, you have to connect this to the failed policies of President Joe Biden and his administration on this economy. I mean, we're looking at another rate increase. Those rate increases trying to deal with the worst inflation in 40 years, which has been driven by the gusher of spending by the Biden administration. That's putting incredible pressure on banks. And I have to think that I think they were advancing a liberal agenda. I think we'll find all that out. But at the end of the day, the American people ought to recognize this administration's gusher of spending and tax increases are driving our economy down. And for the sake of every American family and for the sake of our economy, we got to get things turned around.
Mike Pence,
Sure.
You gave a very tough speech the other day criticizing President Trump. History will hold Donald Trump accountable. Make no mistake, what happened on January 6th was a disgrace and mocks decency to portray it in any other way. President Trump was wrong. His reckless words endangered my family and everyone at the Capitol that day. This is the toughest statement you've made. Any particular reason why you made it last Saturday? Any particular thing on your mind?
Well, Larry, I've read that it's the toughest statement I've made, but it's essentially what I said in my book. It's essentially what I've been saying around the country for the last year and a half. Look, you know me well. I'm a look out the windshield guy, not a rear view mirror guy. But frankly, while the president and I parted amicably at the end of the administration after that tragic day in January, ever since he returned to the rhetoric he was using leading up to January 6th, I've been speaking out. I had no right to overturn the election. No vice president in American history has ever asserted that right. The presidency belongs to the American people. Our presidential elections are governed at the state level. Our job that day on January 6th was simply to open and count electoral votes that have been submitted by the states. I'll always believe that we did our duty that day by God's grace under the Constitution of the United States. I've spoken out over the last year and a half. I'll continue to speak out. But I'll always be proud of the record that we build on our economy, on our military, conservatives on our courts, and whether it's here in New Hampshire or all across this country, I'm going to continue to champion the policies that under our administration left America stronger and more prosperous than ever before.
Do you think former President Trump incited violence or incited an insurrection?
Well, look, there was a riot at the Capitol that day, and there were many causes. I do think that the president's reckless words that day endangered all of us that were at the Capitol. When I say my family, you know, my wife and my daughter were with me all the way until 4 in the morning the following day. But thanks to law enforcement, we quelled the riot. We were able to reconvene the Congress the very same day and complete our work under the Constitution of the United States. But I'll let history be the judge of those matters, and the American people can each have their own opinions. But I truly do believe, Larry, that we did our duty that day. The Bible says he keeps his oath even when it hurts. I know something about that. I took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and by God's grace, we did it that day.
All right. Mike Pence, thanks very much for your time, and have happy skiing in the state of New Hampshire.
Thank you, Larry.